Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight for the third round of Monologue Magic. To start with, we want to acknowledge that we are broadcasting in from various stolen lands of the Canarsie, Wappinger, and Munsee Lenape tribes across what we now call New York. If you are someplace else and you would like to put the indigenous land you're occupying in the chat, you are welcome to. So Monologue Magic, what is it? Each member of the workshop wrote a short monologue or scene and then got paired up to peer review the monologue with another group member, and then got assigned another monologue to perform and direct. So tonight we found out who matches up with which pieces, and we're so excited that you're here to join us tonight. So without further ado, first up we have Brittany Crowl, and she's performing On Your Wavelength by Shiloh Hodges with outside eye help from Taylor Semin.
Everybody's voting for the friendly voice of radio, the people's choice. Music, weather, sports, and news, it's radio. The people choose.
So, sometime around month 6 of staying inside, I started listening to the radio 24/7. And after maybe 10 days of this, I started to feel a presence. And in every song, every talk segment, even the terrible news, what I hear is this person, a person who I haven't seen or talked to in years. I don't want to talk about them. That's not why I'm here. But the radio, it sounds crazy, I know, but I'm not crazy. The content didn't have anything to do with them. It's like, have you ever watched Willy Wonka? You know the teleportation machine thing, how he figured out how to send a bar of chocolate through the television? It's like that. If this person was a sound and they somehow got translated into radio waves streaming through my computer. At first, of course, I thought, you're imagining things. Just ignore it and it'll go away. But I didn't turn off the radio. I mean, I just don't want to let them go. Is that so bad? It's that moment of, it's not a problem, but if someone else was telling me about this, I might say, that doesn't make any sense, because it's just live stream programming looping on my laptop. But it felt like, I'll tell you a story. Maybe that will help to explain. Once, at an international conference, I met this woman, a real powerhouse. She smoked constantly. Every 5-minute bathroom break was a smoke break. I teased her about it once, asked her how many packs she smoked a day, and she said in reply, when I was 15 years old, I got stuck in a building for 2 days after it was bombed. And the woman I was trapped with, we smoked a pack of cigarettes together while we waited to get out. She said this to me with this look of, don't talk to me about my cigarettes. And I would never. So I just got so mad. I was like, maybe this radio thing has happened to other people too. It's just that no one talks about it. It's one of those things. So if I don't talk about it, it'll go away, or it's not a big deal. I wake up with this. I go to sleep in the background hum of their presence. But I don't turn off the radio. Why would I? Should I have to? Who's to say the radio is even the reason? I don't even know why I'm telling you this. Sometimes I turn it down real low and put it in a corner of the room so they couldn't hear anything or make out any words. But I wouldn't turn it off because I don't want to say goodbye a second time. And I have it on right now, actually.
Oh, I was muted that whole time. Sorry, guys. So next up, we have Peter Farr. Everybody was waving at me. I was like, why are people waving? Peter Farr will be performing Dinner Party by Taylor Semin with outside eye help from Brittany Crowl. And take it away, Peter.
Well, the curry wasn't my best, but they still ate it. Good choice with the wine, babe. And Emma was lovely. Did you see the way Brad kept smiling at her? I've never seen him so happy. What's wrong? I know I said something you didn't like. My mouth runs away at times, especially when I start talking about politics. This is what drives me crazy. It's all about feelings and what's true for you. But what happens when the true for me is something you don't want to hear, as it so obviously is now? Okay, maybe I'm being insensitive. Is it about the workshop? Because you know I was joking. I mean, yeah, I think the whole thing is delusional and brainwashing, but I went. And even though I think it's all about shame and repent some more, I want to understand it. I want to understand you. I want to understand because, quite frankly, I don't. Call me ignorant or whatever, but I think it's bullshit. I don't think we're bullshit, though. I mean, I know we're not always on the same page, but at the very least, we're usually in the same book. Or that's what I thought. Look at me. We're getting married in 2 months, and it's starting to seem like that doesn't matter to you. And I'm afraid to ask, but this can't just be about what I said tonight, or what I said last week after the workshop, or what I said a month ago that I don't even remember, but you do. It feels like it's about me. All of me, not just the words spilling out of my mouth. And you know what makes me so mad is that I always want to talk about everything all the time. I mean, I suggested premarital counseling. I kept pleading with you to spend 1 hour focused on our future. I want to know what you're thinking, even if I disagree. I want to know who you are. Everything. We're getting married in 2 months, but you're shutting me out. Has it always been like this? Was I too focused on me and us that I couldn't see? It's me. I'm the one who's always too loud, always too much, abrasive. I'm not what you want. But you are what I want. So please talk to me.
Bravo, Peter. Once again, that was Dinner Party by Taylor Semin with outside eye help from Brittany Crowl. Next up, we have Tara OConnor performing Haunting by Brittany Crowl with outside eye help from Shiloh Hodges.
Do you think people can be ghosts? Like real people before they're dead? Do you think someone could be alive and well, living in San Diego, but haunting you in Sarasota? Have you ever walked past a place you used to live and felt transported back in time? Walked down the street and smelled shampoo and cigarettes of your old roommate, and suddenly you're in your apartment that night, holding out that glass of water, nervous. Or the next day, red eyes itching, nursing that beer so long it turns warm and flat, barely hearing the shouted conversations in the dimly lit bar. Lavender, mint, lemon, cigarettes. It still haunts me. I went back home this winter and I drove through neighborhoods I hadn't been through in a few years, and all these ghosts started coming back to me. Empty tennis courts, mirages of Friday night tennis matches, and losing in the second set to go home and eat pizza and watch movies. And
I taste the orange soda and popcorn salt hit the back of my throat. Arnold's. That second date. Eating pizza and nervous flirting at the beach. As I walk to the salon next door, I feel phantom sand tickle the space between my toes. Hodges and Beach Boulevard, where that cop pulled us over, berating me for my lack of a license. It was stolen, and I was getting it replaced.
now my license photo shows me at 17, tears in my eyes, forced smile on my face.
$150 speeding ticket in my pocket.
A ghost in plastic form. Some ghosts come and go. Reminders of what once was. Momentary flashes of a view master memory. Hovering like a smoky image over a sunny patch of grass. But what about the ghosts that stick with you, that sneak up on you when you least expect it? Walking down the street, a perfumed woman takes a drag. Lavender, mint, lemon, cigarettes. Leaving the department store, a burst of air comes out of the heaters in the perfume department, and suddenly you're spiraling into
Lavender, mint, lemon, cigarettes.
How can you reclaim something haunted? Can you saturate a space with so many ghosts that they become memories? No longer haunting, but regulated to the small grin on the side of your cheek for remembrance. How can you reclaim a smell? Pushing the ghosts out, birthing new ghosts as past gives over to present. Replacing that which is dead with that which is now.
Is that the way to get rid of a ghost?
Okay, again, that was Haunting by Brittany Crowl with outside eye help from Shiloh Hodges. Next up, we have a video by Charly Wenzel. It was created for a performance project with the theme Acts of Love Dreamscape. Of the process, Charly said that while she was creating this, she found herself making a love declaration to Then She Fell. So without further ado, here is Charly.
Do you ever feel like you were somehow outside of your own body during certain times of your life? Like you were only an observer to what you were experiencing. As if those times had only been a dream. Perhaps they were too horrible to not have been a nightmare. Or simply too perfect to have been real. Just a little while ago, I found myself in one of those dreamscapes. I was wandering the long, dark corridors of my queendom, my asylum, walking my predetermined paths in ever-repeating circles, opening door after door into the same magical environments, which were always different. I encountered thousands of curious souls who had all gathered here in the shadows in order to escape, to imagine, to love, to dream. I watched myself turning strangers into confidants, skeptics into believers. Adults into children. Until all of a sudden the lights came on and I was ripped out of my fantasy. There I was, wide awake, standing in an empty room. A room that was once filled with wonder, giggles, tears, and sad songs. All I was left with was a glimpse of a lost world, a message from an already distant dream. And she hastily dried her eyes to see what was coming. And so I did, and walked away, wondering when the next dream would find me.
Bravo. And thank you, Charly, for sharing that with our community. Next up, we have The Serious Well-Intentioned Gambler by Peter Farr, which will be performed by Shiloh Hodges. She had outside eye help from Peter as well. So take it away, Shiloh.
It's curious, isn't it, that when the city cleared out, we chose to remain, or just take it day by day or something? Do you think that says something about us? That it speaks to resilience and determination? Or would you think it speaks to a naivete of the world's turnings? Do I take myself too seriously? Never. But yeah, I can tell you what I've learned about gambling for as long as I was a gambler. Quite honestly, it wasn't quite as lavish as it seemed when I was first drawn to it. It was hard work, I tell you. Through all of the risks, I discovered that I'd rather be a kind of healer. Although I don't quite know what that means at all, how to do it, or how it fits with what I've been up to in life so far. Should probably quit these smokes before I start that practice, huh? Do you think healers gamble sometimes if they don't smoke? No, I don't take myself too seriously. But sometimes I would notice people watch themselves inside of the dark glass tables when I was gambling. And it turned into an obsession, even into a tactic for the tricks and the cheats. Every time I noticed, it would make me giggle. And here, now, in solitude, glimpses of reflections feel like a movie that I'm watching. My memories of being a gambler. The serenity I arrived at by risking so much over a game, and how all of my life I've had the inclination to wander into casinos. My credit score, you'd be surprised. It's one of the few money things I've felt I've had real control over. I think about that sometimes, looking at the dark glass tables. It's truly a balance, taking myself seriously and then risking so much. Have you heard that one about the guy who asks Death what he's drinking? It's a doozy. I'll tell it to everyone later. It's funny, talking about those reflections in the dark glass mirrors, my brow would furrow as I thought more and more about where my place is in all sorts of things, wanting to do it right, wanting to do right by myself and others, a natural thing, right? And then I would feel a little tug at my heart as I thought about how I may go outside later today, how there's a gamble in that. And then I feel the opportunities for putting something on the table without risk in some way, And then I feel confident again and gross, what's that? Anyway, it's then that I begin a sort of prayer for the serenity of perception as the world leads me to other casinos. And I'm grateful for knowing that the only thing that we can gamble is our material possessions. Tell me, what would you pray for? How do you commune with the hands that pull the strings of fate? I'm quite curious. Do you think that the dealer is themselves a healer too?
Bravo, Shiloh. All right, all right. Next up is a video scene featuring Charly, Wenzel, and Andy Chapman. Their piece is called YouTube, and they had outside eye help with from Tara OConnor. So without further ado, YouTube.
Hey!
Hi, Charly.
Hi, Andy. It's so good to see your face.
It's good to see you too. It's been like a month, a lifetime.
That's what it feels like. So, how are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm good.
I was really worried that this crazy lockdown situation would make you...
I know. It's a weird time. And it's been quite a few months, but I'm perfect.
I know I've said this before, but I felt really responsible for what happened to you. It was horrible to see you like that.
Stop it. You just tried to help. And they worked for you, but... Did you hear that?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Oh. Probably pigeons down the street. Anyway. I had a little too much fun with that stuff. I got hooked.
I get it. really helped me relax and get my mind off things. And, especially with our crazy schedule, like coming home late from the shows and trying so hard to wind down.
And it was great for that. It worked until
you decided to jump off your fire escape. You could have killed yourself.
I know. At the time, I was 100% positive I would land on my feet. But, well, that didn't work out.
It was crazy. At first you were just missing shows, but then when you did show up, you were completely disheveled, having spent night after night and
Yeah. Dark alleys and on the prowl. I know. It was pretty wild.
I finally realized that you needed help when you sat on that audience member's lap, remember? And then you threw up all over during tea party.
Oh my God. Right. As Joe said, I want a clean.
What a mess.
Listen, I'm truly grateful for you and Jenna and Ed and the intervention. If the three of you hadn't sat me down, I never would have gotten my cat together.
Again, it was all my fault. Like, I was the one who sent you the stuff in the first place.
Let's not talk about it anymore. Tell me what's up with you. Are you staying busy during quarantine?
Oh man, it's been so weird being inside all the time. But I've been making the best of it. And really, I can't complain. Some people have it so much worse. I'm just hoping for my family, my friends to stay healthy, and hopefully we'll get through this soon. But you know what really drives me up the walls? People who refuse to wear a mask. It's so dumb and selfish. This isolation really makes me want to get a pet. What was that?
What? Nothing.
What was that noise?
Oh, that noise? That was my water bottle, my water cup. My water bottle fell off the table.
Just like that.
Oh.
Andy, you need to tell me. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm on Zoom right now. Oh, shit. Andy, stay right there. Don't move. I'll be right back. I have no idea how he got out. I kept the basement door closed the whole time. He left behind the garage because the last time I found him hiding in the dark. Maybe he jumped the fence to the neighbor's backyard. Oh, you know what? Give me a minute. I'm almost done here. I'll help you look for him. All right. Okay, I'll be right there. I'm sorry, Andy. What is that?
It's my yarn.
Andy, you have to be honest with me. Did you start again?
No, it's not.
Oh my God! I knew it! Andy, you can't keep doing this.
It's okay. I'm okay. I'm still me, just different.
You got stuck in a tree the last time.
It was beginner's mistake.
You threw up all over your living room.
I switched to wet food.
This is not you. It's the videos.
Don't you talk about my clouder that way. I don't care what anybody says. This is me now. Me. Yow.
Andy, stop. Andy, please. Please listen to me. You have to stop. God, this is not my fault. Andy, stay right there. I'm coming over.
Oh, poor Andy. To our dear Third Rail Projects community, if YouTube cat videos are taking control of your lives, please reach out right away. We're here to help. We are coming up on the end of our stream tonight. We have one final performance. It is Camping by Tara O'Connor with outside eye help from Charly and Andy. And it will be performed by Taylor Semin. Are you still up?
I just want to, okay. I know you said you wanted for us to take our time and not rush back to real life. We've been here a whole week. And it's been great to be here for so long, but okay, look, I'm sorry. I know you've been having such a good time. You really needed to unplug and get away, and I love that we've both been able to reset, get out of our routine. You know I hate routine. It's just, okay, I have to say it. I hate camping. I mean, no, not really. But I've only ever been for a weekend or whatever, not a whole week. And yeah, it's been a whole week out here with you in nature, just us making fires, taking hikes, stargazing, tent sex. Love the tent sex. I just want a shower that I don't have to walk 5 miles to get to. If you can call that a shower. Okay, a mile. But still. And like a good Netflix binge, and my bed, and my cat, and like other people. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. But yeah, other people. I never thought I'd miss Zoom. And I need vegetables and coffee that doesn't need a fire to be built first. Although, you're getting very good at that, which I find incredibly sexy. And last night, you slept right through it, but I swear I heard God knows what outside trying to get in. It scared the shit out of me, and you snored right through it. I love that about you. Really, I do. Your superpower to sleep stone cold. But well, I mean, wow. And look, I'm tough. I am. I'm not scared or anything. I can rough it. Like that time when we went without power for days after Hurricane, what's the name? And I got so into the candles and Scrabble and barbecuing. I was actually a little sad to go back to the buzz of the modern world. So I know I just said I hate camping, but I also love camping, and I love it out here. No, I do. It's gorgeous, and we've had such good time here communing with nature, and we can come back. So I know I'm complaining, but I'm serious. Camping is the best for a weekend, a long weekend. Oh, what about a cabin? We can still bring the tent, like choose your own adventure or whatever. Sometimes in, sometimes out. Hell, why not a whole week? Then make it 2, 3, I don't care. It's just that right now, today, in this moment, what I'm feeling is cold. Aren't you cold? It's cold out. So, yeah. What are you thinking? I mean, we can stay one more day if you want. That's cool. I'm down. Oh, what about that diner we passed in the next town?
The old-fashioned looking one with the counter stools. I bet they even have the menus as placemats. Greasy home fries, cheesy omelets, coffee from a coffee pot, bacon. Huh? Okay. Good night. I love you.
And that is a wrap on Monologue Magic Round 3. Bravo to all of the performers. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to watch. You can join us for a post-show hangout on Zoom. The meeting ID is on your screen and in the chat comments. So we will see you over there. Thank you again. Bye, everyone.